What's up, guys? Before we get into today's video, I wanted to let you know that we just got these bad units in right here. These are some fresh Boosted Boys straw hats. Got Boosted Boys logo on the front, Boosted Boys on the bottom with some turb skis and bent rods. These things came out sweet. These are now on the website. So if you guys want to pick one up, you will get entered to win the FRS here. I also want to give a huge thanks to everyone who has participated in the FRS giveaway. There's a couple more things that I wanted to go over that we didn't mention in the giveaway video. So not only will you win the FRS if you are the winner, but you're also getting $5,000 cash with the car as well. That's a pretty significant fact that I forgot to leave out. So you will win the FRS and $5,000. And I also wanted to mention that this is only available to people living in the US, excluding Hawaii and Alaska. We had a lot of Canadians reaching out wondering if we would be sending the car up to Canada, but unfortunately it's US only. Maybe in the future we can expand that, but I apologize for everyone who is outside the country. And yeah, thank you for everyone who has entered so far. Let's get to the video.
She's gripped up for sure. Must got them wet tires on it.
I was trying to slide it, but it still just doesn't do it.
Do a burnout up the ramp. Do a burnout. Yeah, don't do a sick burnout. Decent.
I bet this will be the first time the guys at Fuel Tech have had a minivan on their hub dyno.
Probably so.
All right, guys, we are here after a 8-hour drive. We crashed at a hotel last night, and we are at Fuel Tech. Gonna eat some breakfast, and then we will get to unloading the Rowdyssey, get this thing on the dyno. Hey, man, how's it going?
I heard something different.
What's that?
I heard something different.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I can't wait to see it.
Should be the first minivan you guys have on the dyno.
Absolutely, probably the last one.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
All right, guys, we got the Rowdyssey at Fuel Tech here. We got her on the dollies, and we're getting ready to shimmy it over to the hub dyno here. Now, this is only a 2-wheel drive dyno, so we have an all-wheel drive minivan. We had to take the drive shaft out of this thing to run it on the dyno here. But yeah, we're gonna move it into place, get her hooked up, and see how she does today. Dude, we need some of those dollies to move cars around at the shop. That's handy for every time they blow up. You know, these guys are usually strapping up like 3,000 plus horsepower pro mods on the daily. Every car that's on this dyno is usually something serious. But today, when we show up, they get to put a $500 minivan on there.
Not every day you put a minivan in here, you know.
Yeah, probably your first and only one.
Yeah, I believe so.
Got the hub adapters on. It's almost time. First time the Rowdyssey's been on a hub dyno.
Dude, this thing shoots some insane flames.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you saw the comment on our video, but they're like, you think Anderson ever thought his ECU would be powering a shopping go-kart?
That's crazy. Man,
Pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Fuel Tech, boys. It runs anything.
Everything in
Even your
here.
little go-karts. Which fuel you're using?
It's just on pump gas.
Pump gas.
It's nothing crazy. We were thinking about putting on like
Yeah, remember
like
the
methanol or something.
yeah, it'll be safer. Or
Yeah, like
even
methanol or-
ethanol at least.
Yeah, we're
Because
probably gonna at least put it on pump E85.
Because you may detonate bad.
Hasn't yet.
$400 motor. It's whatever.
Yeah. No, man, that's cool, man. That's so different.
You gonna hop in it and drive it?
I was seeing how safe it is.
It's perfectly safe.
Yeah,
Don't mind
I
that.
literally just said in the last video that we need to mount the seat.
Yeah, luckily zip ties at least.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Big turbo.
Yep.
That's cool.
Well, back to the minivan.
Shall we do a poll?
Are we about ready?
Yeah, it's good to go. Just gotta get
All
some
right.
heat in it.
Hopefully we don't have to bust out the mop bucket.
We'll see. Old thick thighs
you have
EFI over here.
comparison with the MR2 over there.
Yep.
Dang,
MR2
flashbacks.
Cobra, 426 horsepower. Or 1400.
I was gonna say 400. Whew. Rowdy.
Yeah. Don't think we'll quite touch that, but if we can make another 4 digits, we'll be good. All right, guys, we got the van ready to go on the dyno here. We went ahead and took the hood off just to make things easier to work around in case we need to get to anything under there. We did have to add a hose to the breather on the valve cover right here, just in case something happens and she blows up. That we'll see a lot of oil coming out of it, and we don't want that to shoot onto the turbo and cause a fire. So we got that just pointed down and out of the way. We're gonna do this first pull just on wastegate, see what it does, turned all the way down and build up from there. And yeah, boys, this is it. Get the Rowdyssey all sorted out, see how she does. You ready to pilot a 1,000 horsepower minivan for the first time?
Let's see what it can do.
Here we go, first pull on wastegate. First hit on gate, letting out early was 457. 8-9 pounds on gate.
Goes higher and higher at this time. Yeah, goes up to 9. So we can put some pressure there. It was adding fuel to the map that we created, so it was there.
Okay.
Let's see what. Add some fuel and some boost.
Turn her up.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you lift on purpose? Just
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Everything
to make a
was looking
short
good?
run. Let's see how everything is. It was adding fuel, and the correction on the ECU was actually a lot.
All right, guys. Just to make sure everything's looking good, we turned her down to gate. She made about 9 pounds on gate. Letting out early at 457, and everything's looking good. So we're gonna go ahead and start bumping those numbers up. Can get real out of hand real fast.
Give her the beans. Let's say
We're lucky Lewis isn't here.
For real.
He'd be maxing that thing out.
All of it. Turn boost control off.
All right, boys, second dyno pool. We turned the duty cycle up a little bit. Still nothing crazy, but we should see maybe anywhere from 15 to 20 PSI here. All right, guys, second pull, we did 610 horsepower. That was on 16 PSI. That was 30% on the duty cycle. So now we upped it to 50. Let's see what she does. This should be a pretty good jump. I don't see any reason why we might not see somewhere in the 7 to maybe 800 range. We actually have no idea what it's gonna do, but we'll find out.
Gerador é diesel pequenininho, nem sei qual que é. Admissãozinha aqui é pressurização.
Got Anderson over there doing a shopping go-kart review in Portuguese for all the Brazilian fans.
little trick, sir.
Easy, dude. Third pull in, 1,043.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Sounds easy,
Every time we come here, it's just right away.
Oh, it's a combination of good work. You guys did. You tested so much. You broke the engine before here, so
Yep.
you had everything already addressed.
Oh, yeah.
The dial is kind of the easy part, and
Hey, what did I say about that Magna fuel? I told you she'd do it.
I want to see the fuel pressure sensor before giving my official opinion.
So when we got here, I told Anderson that it had the Magna Fuel 750 in it, and that we're shooting for 1,000. And he thought the fuel system would be struggling. I was pretty confident she'd do 1,000, but you know, old Trusty's still going strong down there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You were right.
But that's a new record for this van.
Yeah, maybe can go now 1,500 or not. Maybe let's beat the MR2 dyno numbers.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm pretty happy with that right there. Do you guys have torque on here?
No, because the hub dynos, they usually don't. There's a lot of cars that are automatic, so there's never a correlation between torque and RPM with the engine RPM, because they slip the converter. So you have to actually hook up an engine RPM pickup to have torque. So since we don't have it, it's only horsepower.
Okay. Well, that's the only number we needed to know.
It started
That's
to
done.
right
It
at the
started to
top.
run now.
Oh, it did. Oh, yeah, it did dump
So
down
we
a
don't
little.
have fuel pressure to
So we did barely run out of fuel.
Okay.
We are out of fuel.
Fuel pressure drops. As
So
expected.
we're both kind of
So
right.
fuel pressure came up. It was good, and then.
So
it
the
started
two
to
correction,
drop off.
try to keep.
10 pounds less of fuel pressure. So
Yeah, sorry.
We're out of injector and fuel pump. That's all she wrote.
Okay, but that, you
But
read
But
the
that's what
goal.
we wanted.
That's what the goal, right?
Yeah.
That's all we needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think to run an 8, we don't even need the full 1,000. I think with a good launch, even at the 850, 900 range, we could probably
Dude, it sounded
squeeze
so
the
hot.
890 out.
Weight? What's the weight in the car?
About 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, I agree.
Should be pretty close.
Yeah,
I think it should run.
It'd have to be a pretty good launch, but I think it's doable.
yeah.
9's for sure.
Yeah.
No,
You have a
that's for
similar
sure.
clutch as you have in the MR2.
All the same.
Yeah. And what's the weight on MR2?
24 to 2,500.
They make it
About 2,500 now
for sure.
after the weight plate and stuff.
Yeah.
12, 13.
I will do
Yeah, that
10
would be
and
impressive. I know it's not the
then you
most
have 30 pounds
aerodynamics
off 7,000.
kind of
I
vehicle.
figured it's shaped like one of those Japanese bullet trains, you know?
If you see it by that perspective, it makes you feel better. It's okay.
I do want to put it in a wind tunnel and see how it does in a wind tunnel.
Oh man, that's cool. I think it'd be interesting to see on the 8. What's the fastest you've been on this car?
This one's been an 11.2.
Oh, 11 too. So you're
Back when it
jump-
had the H22 and it was
Okay, but
front wheel
what's
drive.
the best ever? 11.
11.2.
So we're jumping from 11 to 8 at one
Yeah.
step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping to get to. We might go 10 and then 9 and 8.
Yeah. Just go
I want to
straight.
start soft.
No, you know those like off the trailer.
Yeah. We'll see. But the reason we could never go fast before was because it never had a good drivetrain. It had a stock transmission,
Yeah,
stock axles, so it was braking stuff because of the weight.
Sure.
So now it's all upgraded though, so it should hold it.
Man, it'll be interesting.
Put that drive shaft back in and go.
Yeah. Okay. Alabama this afternoon. It's 2 hours.
Take it to the drag strip.
We have time. It's 1:30.
So are we gonna do one more, like a little cleaned up, like tamed down?
That was clean, man. It was correcting 3%. Like the tune's clean. We just turn it down to like probably 28 pounds. Probably make around 800.
How much boost was that?
36.
36 pounds? Dang. 1,040 on 36 pounds. Last time it did 1,002 on Brent's dyno in Colorado, and that was not a hub dyno. And I believe it was somewhere right around there, like 38 to 40 pounds. So yeah, new dyno record for the Rowdyssey boys. That is 1,043 horsepower on Fuel Tech's hub dyno. Keep in mind, guys, when the MR2 in its first 7, we made 1,100, just over, and that was enough for a 7 in the MR2. Granted, the MR2 is a lot lighter, but we got some serious power in this minivan. All right, guys, and if you notice, we only ran that one out to 8,000 RPM, and then we let out. The graph was still slowly climbing. It was about to plateau right there, but the fuel was just starting to not keep up with the power we're making. We do have that Magna fuel pump in there, and Anderson was right. It is struggling to maintain that 1,000 horse, so we just need a little more pump. It's not the injector's problem, but we just don't have enough pump behind those injectors to sustain that. So we're actually going to slightly turn it down. I didn't plan on leaving the Rowdyssey at 1,000, especially our first time back at the track. And if needed, we'll look at upgrading the fuel pump. But we know that she can lay down that 1,000 horse number, no problem. So we're gonna pull the duty cycle just a little back, and then we'll get it to the track and go from there. But boys, that is a 1,000 horsepower minivan. Just hanging out in the back seat of the Rowdyssey while we do some drivability tuning. So Anderson was back here showing me some updates they've made to the jet ski industry here. He's been getting into jet skis lately. That's his over there, his race ski. And if you want to see the turbo that's on the ground for it, it is down there. It is a big boy. Dang, how much power are you trying to make?
You know, we always want to make something like, I like the way you think. 4 digits is enough, like 1,000 horsepower should
I've
be.
ridden a 1,000 horsepower jet ski. They're
Yeah.
scary.
We have a 79mm turbo, which is a G42 1450. Not that we were going to make 1,400 wheel horsepower, or not wheel, 1,400 horsepower, but the fact of we were doing a compound turbo. The turbo is compounded into the supercharger, so it has to be a specific size turbo. When you compound it, you really have to have like the efficiency zone very, very well planned, unless you want to break a supercharger or surge because of surge or choke, but that's kind of another conversation.
Yeah, so this is still ran on the supercharged setup, and then that's just feeding into the supercharger.
Yeah, most of the skis either they remove the supercharger and put a turbo on it. But when you're trying to go, let's say 1,000 horsepower, it's really hard to spool the turbo then, or usually also because you're very close or on the surge zone. So you kind of need nitros to go through the surge zone, and using the supercharger, still we have the best of both worlds, pretty much like the quickest spooling possible with the supercharger plus the turbo, and the high horsepower of a big turbo on a small engine.
You guys are putting fuel techs on everything over here. Look at up under here, got an FT550 running this Yamaha. And you said they will work on the Sea-Doos as well, coming out with plug and play harnesses.
Yeah, so first we did the Yamahas. We did the plug and play harness, so it's completely like you remove the stock computer. That's the stock computer. This is the newer one, the 2-plug, the 18 and up. So the plug and play pretty much goes from here through the fuel tech, and you can replace completely the computer. And the biggest thing we work a lot to do is to control the reverse here, which is the flap on the back. And this actually is electronically controlled by CAN bus. It's a CAN bus protocol. So once we figured this, how to control this, and we're working on the upgrades, and so pretty much you can remove the stock computer on this, have a fully tunable standalone fuel tech ECU to do pretty much everything you want, including like even jet ski traction control stuff. So
Make sure they don't cavitate or nothing.
yeah. So we have the fuel tech on here. The stock dash still works, and it works through CAN bus, so we can have we can keep the stock dash, and it runs all the same controls here: the linear, the start, stop.
That is pretty freaking cool. I know some of you guys might not care about all the jet ski stuff, but I think it's cool that they're just literally trying to make fuel tech run anything.
Honestly, the jet ski world is interesting because a lot of car guys usually have an opportunity to have a jet ski, and this is a really interesting way of having like a very powerful engine.
But like, yeah, for the watercraft side of things.
Yeah, it's crazy. You've been there already. So,
They are fun.
yeah, it is very fun. So we're happy to be very close to announcing or releasing these products. We already have a lot of them running. Even before before public announcement, we already have like a lot of demand. So it seems to be a very interesting market for us.
Dang, well, might just have to get ourselves a new jet ski and put it on fuel tech. Let me know what you guys think. He's saying I should get like a 21 and up Yami.
Yeah, I would say the Yamaha, if you want to
GP
go
1800.
really, yeah, GP 1800 21 and up seems to be one of the fastest in the hose, and the engine is really reliable as well.
Get one of those, build it up, put a fat turbo on it like yours.
Oh yeah, you know the recipe. It's not.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go 100 again on a jet ski. That was scary. That's really cool though. Anderson C8 over here. Thing is so sick.
Yeah, no, not stock engine. Actually, I'm on my third block. Actually.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I broke a couple blocks already, crankshafts, but none of it's kind of a mix between learning the limits on this platform, and also there's so much struggles on the transmission control that we've been so many times to the track and have so many launches on this car that you beat up everything. Lately, we figured how to control the clutch pressure, the fully control the clutch pressure. So now we have full access to whatever clutch pressure we want, and that was the limiting factor before. So now we are having more trouble making sure it stays on the floor, not wheelie.
Yeah, seen some big wheelies out of this thing.
Yeah, because this car has over 400 launches.
Damn.
And testing sessions and as well dyno shifting. So it's very abusive, let's say this way. To
Yeah,
get
you guys aren't easy on it.
where we are. Yeah.
At least it stays looking pretty though.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like you abuse it.
7,000 miles, 1 owner car. It's very.
Yeah. This thing is sweet. Maybe one day if you bring it to Florida, we'll line it up with the NSX.
Okay. I need to improve a little better my consistency because
I'm not very consistent in that thing either.
Yeah, the biggest thing on those is really repeating. That's the hardest part right now. Because even when sometimes you do, let's say sometimes it's almost like a lucky pass to make sure it all runs good, but we want to make it consistent. Like
do it every time.
Yeah, we were very close to that, and that challenge is very, very exciting. Last week we took it to the racetrack and learned a lot more. So every month is another learning curve.
Yep, know how it goes.
Yeah.
Same for us.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting ready to dyno the shopping cart.
Okay, another 1,000 horsepower now?
Yep, this one's 2,000 horsepower. We need to make some custom hubs that can go to our little axle here. Oh, there you go.
Slide it over a little and solid.
Not that hard. Not that far.
This is obviously for mock-up purposes in case we come back next time.
Yeah.
That would be funny though. See how much this thing makes. I do want to know how much it makes on the turbo all tuned out.
Can we not strap it down and see if it does some sick wheelies?
We can put some duct tape here.
Dude, if we found a way to attach that, I would totally dyno it.
Honestly, we should just duct tape it and let it ride. It would probably work.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got the Rowdyssey off the dyno. Just want to give a huge thanks to Anderson, like always. Thank you. And to our new minivan driver here.
Yes, sir.
And unfortunately, we were not able to actually dyno the shopping cart. We were talking about making hub adapters though, so if we come back, that might actually happen because I know you guys are down to see it.
That would be crazy.
I don't know if your dyno reads that low, but
We'll figure.
we'll find out. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get the Rowdyssey loaded up. We got a lot of stuff to do in these next coming weeks, so we just wanted to zip down here to Fuel Tech, iron her out, make sure she's good.
Thank you, guys.
And we're gonna go ahead and pack up and head home. Next time you gotta drive that though.
Okay, I will.
Make sure the seat's bolted down for
Okay,
you next time.
And you drive my compound turbo jet ski.
Fair enough.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay.
I want in on this. Can I do something?
Gonna pack up and hit the road, but 1,000 horsepower, baby. Rowdyssey's back.